Hello everyone and welcome to One Volleyball's coverage of the Premier League opening night. I'm your host, Garrett May. I'll be commentating for this match. Thanks for watching if you're checking in on YouTube. Thank you for joining us, checking out this match. It's sure to be an exciting finish. You can check out all the other matches as well that happen this evening and all the other evenings on the volleyball or on the One Volleyball YouTube channel. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the One Volleyball Premier League YouTube channel. We get notifications about new matches that have been uploaded, highlight videos, all sorts of cool stuff like that. So, for this match, coming up next, we got our first women's match of the season. First match of the night. We've done the two men's matches. If you haven't checked those out, you can check them out on the YouTube channel. But for this match, coming up, we've got the Galaxy Volleyball All-Stars taking on the Q2 Panthers. Now, some rule changes this year in the One Volleyball Premier League. We play 3 sets to 15 only. No fourth or fifth sets, nada. 3 sets to 15 only. Once a team gets to 14 points, the score locks in. It becomes side-out scoring. You can only score, either team can only score on their serve when the score hits 14 points. So we'll see how that plays out in this match. As teams are lined up on the court, ready to go, let's take a look at who we got. We got Sam Ainsworth back to serve number 3 with Samantha Cleary, Nico Seratore, Kyla Williams. Not first attack there from Janelle Albert. She pounds it to start off the game. So Q2 Panthers with a good start. Also for Galaxy Volleyball, we got number 10, Kelly Nyhoff. Number 4, Felicia Jones. Not sure who's coming off the bench. We'll see when they get here. Passed up well. In the middle, dug up. High ball outside. And that will be called as going off the antenna. Looked like from my angle it went off the attack, the block first. But that's okay. Janelle Albert trying to put that one down. Unable to make it happen. It's going to be Joe Amaral back to serve. Shout out to Joe. Thanks for inviting me to come commentate. Passed up well. Outside. High ball to Albert. It's it over. Looked like it might have gone in or out, but that's Kyla Wilkins trying to play that one. Goes off the top of her platform and out the back. It's going to be number 5, Brooke Davis, back to serve. So a tough pass, free balled over, passed up. In the middle. That one a little bit too high, but they're going to call a lift on that play. Really, refs? We got referee Brad Gerardo and down referee Jeff, a.k.a. I don't have anything for them. That point will go to Team Galaxy, the All-Stars. This will be libero number 2, Kyla Wilkins to serve. That float serve goes out the back. Okay. So some sloppy play here early. I'm sure these ladies will clean this up. It's number 12, Janelle Albert back to serve. She's got a kill already. She'll take the spin serve. Hits it well, passed up by Amaral. Outside to Clary, and she pounds that just inside the sideline. Samantha Clary pounding that one. Nice attack. So it'll be Nico Seratore back to serve. She'll float it. Passed up. Back set. Off the block, covered up. Outside, high ball. An attack, that's a big block, and it's inbounds. That's a big block at the net. That's Sam Ainsworth at the net with Macy Sorensen. That's a big block. Pass a little bit tight. Tip set. Pokey. Is that in? The roll shot. That's blocked at the net by Clary. Big front row right now for the Galaxy All-Stars. Q2 having trouble getting it by. Saratori back to serve again for Galaxy. Tough float serve. Tough pass. That'll have to be a free ball. Put over. That step around. Off the block. Oh, unable to be covered up. That's Sorensen on that step, just getting blocked at the net. Unable to sneak it by. So it'll be number 4, Alicia Jack. Back to serve.
You really don't care. What you do care is
that's a pipe. No one's there. Saratori volleys it over. That pass a bit too tight. The setter's struggling to get around. That'll drop for a point. So 6:34, we'll get a sub. Jones is going to come in for Amaral. Clary's going to step back to serve. She rips the spinner. Passed up well, though. In the middle. Powers that quick through. That's Neville on the attack. And she sneaks it through the block. It'll be Lauren Veltman back to serve for the Q2 Panthers. Still a close match early in this first set, and that's an overpass. Passed up well. Here's a chance for Q2. Outside, and that's a big attack down the line. It's a big hit. Big hit from Price. She gets up high and pounds that one down. Veltman to serve again. That one deep. Galaxy looks at it as it flies just out of bounds. This is the first game of the season. Teams still trying to get used to playing with each other, playing in this gym. It's a new gym. We're here at the Humber Hawks Athletic Center. We'll get a substitution as Tennessee comes in. It's going to be Sorensen back to serve for Galaxy, up 7-6. Passed up well. The volley dump dug up outside. The tip set dug up in the back. There'll be a high ball outside. Price swings on that. Off the block and down. So some scrambling play early. That'll score. So Price will go back to serve. It's tied up at 7. Team's still feeling each other out. Passed up. That one's not great. Outside to Jones. She rolls it deep. A little bit of trouble. That'll be a high ball. Off the block. Covered up. That step around. And that's a bounce. Reaching high and deep down the line. That's Kelly Nyhoff coming around for the step. Pounding that down the line. Great attack. As Galaxy takes a 1-point lead. No block to speak of on that play. Ainsworth to serve. That tough float down the line. Just out of bounds. So Q2 Panthers side out right away. Yeah, all right. Arizoglu back to serve, the libero. Deep serve. Passed up by Saratori. Back out to Saratori on the outside. Whoa! She makes good on that pass that's a bit off. Gets up and rectifies it with the aggressive attack cross court. Whoa. So we'll have Amaral coming for Jones into the back row. Once again, unlimited substitutions in the One Volleyball Premier League. So you can come in and out as much as you want as Amaral pops in the float serve. That's going to land just out of bounds. So missed serve starting to creak in for Galaxy Volleyball here. As we'll get Veltman coming back in for Tennessee. Apologies in advance, ladies, if you're watching this back and I get a name wrong or mispronounce it. Doing my best. Float serve, passed up. Back set. Just out of bounds. Saratori taking an aggressive swing on that one cross court. Missing out the side. Missing out the side. Passed up well. Shoot set. That's going to be in the tape though. Had a bit of room there for position 5. but couldn't quite thread the needle. That'll bring a timeout. Timeout from Galaxy Volleyball. Head coach Chris Wilkins looking to settle things down. In the early part of this match, it was pretty close early. Q2 starting to separate a little bit, just on a few errors from Galaxy Volleyball. A couple of missed serves, hit into the net. We'll see what happens here. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to One Volleyball Premier League. We've got all sorts of great matches like this. This is some top-level volleyball. Some of the top athletes from Ontario and Alberta and all over Canada playing in the Premier Leagues here in Toronto and Calgary. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Follow us at One Volleyball on all your social medias for the latest updates, stories, highlight reels, game tape, all that great stuff from what's sure to be an exciting year of One Volleyball Premier League Pro Volleyball. We're just getting started. This is the opening night here at Humber College. As we come back after the timeout, it'll be Brooke Davis back to serve for Q2. They're up 11-9. A tough float. That's deep, just out of bounds. So quite a few missed serves happening in this first set. Teams looking to get comfortable, I guess, in this new gym, or maybe some of them have been off for a while, a bit of rest. It'll be Kyla Wilkins back to serve, the libero. Galaxy's within 10-11. The float serve's good. Tough pass into the net, saved out. That'll be a free ball from Q2. Passed up by Wilkins, it's off the net. Outside to Clary, off the block. And Sorensen gets up and just puts that down. Sorensen saying, thank you very much, Clary, for that beautiful set. I'll punch that down all day. As they take the point and tie things up at 11. So a close match here in set number 1, as Wilkins is going to go back to serve. And that one's in the net. So another missed serve. I haven't started a missed serve counter, but if I were to guess, it'd be around 6 or 7. There's quite a few, that's okay. So we got Janelle Albert back to serve. She's gonna rip the spin. Hits it well, passed up by Amaral. Ainsworth, back, dug up. Nice dig. Free ball chance now, Galaxy. Amaral passes it up. Ainsworth on the set. Outside to Clary. Dug up. That one's a bit off, but the free ball's going to come over. Q2 staying in this rally. Wilkins passes it up. In the middle to Sorensen. And that's out of bounds. So a break there for Q2. They stay alive in that rally and catch the error. So it'll be Albert back to serve again. She's ripped a spin a few times. She does again, this time into the net. Team's taking a ton of risk on their serve. We got a lot of quality side-out players, so no surprise there. It'll be Sartori to serve. She pops in the float. Albert with the pass well. Outside to Price. Off the block. Saratori's going to dig it up. Ainsworth on the set. Clary's going to give over the free ball. Passed up by Albert. In the middle. Thrown down. Dug up. Outside to Clary. She'll just have to roll it in. That's off the block and in. So the roll shot into the block is going to go down, and the point's going to be scored to Q2. It'll be Alicia Jack for Q2 back to serve, but it'll be a timeout by head coach Chris Wilkins of Galaxy All-Stars. As they're down by 2, once again, at 14 points, teams lock in their score. You can only score points on your serve now. So on the side out, you don't score a point. Something to keep in mind. Also, new point scoring system for the league this year. Set 1 is worth 1 point. Set 2, worth 2 points. And set 3, guess what it's worth? That's right, it's worth 3 points in the grand scheme of things for the league standings. So if you win all 3 sets, you win a total of 6 points. If you split the sets, it depends on which set you win. The idea hopefully being that set 3 is a hard-fought one as both teams try to capture those 3 points. So this set number 1, teams have an opportunity to feel each other out, take things a little bit slower, play some different strategies because the set is only worth 1 point. But we're ready to go for a potential set pointer for Q2. Jack back to serve, pops in the float, passed up by Saratori. Outside to Clary, it's a bit short, but the tip works. That tip will score, so Sorensen bringing a lot of attention on that step, opening things up for Claire on the outside. So we'll have Jones coming back in. Amaral checking out. We'll have Clary back to serve. So she'll rip the spin, looking to come back. That's in the court. Oh, almost dug up there. The Rotsaglu had a tough time getting a handle on that. It goes into the net, and they're unable to keep it alive, so a point for Galaxy. That'll bring a timeout from head coach Richard Eddy for Q2 Volleyball. Once again, my name is Garrett May. I'll be your commentator for this evening's matches. Pleasure being here, being invited by One Volleyball. Joe Amaral and Jackie Ellis, trying to put on an amazing show for the fans here. Everybody watching online, if you're joining us on YouTube, thanks for watching. If you're interested, I run a YouTube channel called Yes Guy Gaming. We do volleyball, video game related content. So if you like hearing my voice, hopefully we try to have some fun on those videos. Head over there on YouTube, Yes Guy Gaming, hit subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Otherwise, stay tuned here as we're getting ready to go. Samantha Clary is going to step back. It's 13-14. Galaxy looking to come back here and tie this set. Side out scoring, so you can only score on your serve. After a timeout, that serve is in the net. The golden rule of volleyball. After a timeout, you do not miss your serve. We'll see if the Q2 Panthers take advantage. It's Veltman back to serve. She puts in the float. Passed up by Sartori. Ainsworth outside to Jones. Oh my goodness. It couldn't have been any tighter. That inside set to Jones. She turns on it down the line, landing just inside the sideline. Impressive attack. As we get Tenasievich coming in for Veltman into the back row for Q2. It'll be Sorensen back to serve for Galaxy. Looking to tie things up. That float serve. Passed up well by Price. Pipe to Albert. They'll play it out. Ref's calling a touch. The roll shot over. Galaxy with a chance. The dump dug up by Ritoku. Outside. Dug up by Sartori. Overpass. Dug up in the backcourt there by Sorensen. Oh my goodness. And Jones hits that out of bounds, out the back. Just booming on that one a bit. After the crazy rally on both sides, some scrambled plays. Q2 takes the point. But not actually a point. This is a possible set point here, that serve. Passed up by Clary. The step. Soft block. Dug up. Oh, and the dump. The aggressive dump there. Davis getting up with the left hand, throwing that down. And that'll end it here in set number one as Q2 takes the set with a score of 15-13. Teams will change sides, talk things over, and we'll be back with the start of set number two. As we're almost ready to get underway, we've got DJ Mike in the house, bringing down the beats. Hopefully this doesn't get copyright claimed, otherwise we might have to mute it. Maybe I should be careful about that. We'll be back in a bit. All right, we're ready to get back underway here in action in set number two. Galaxy Volleyball All-Stars taking on Q2 Panthers. The Q2 Panthers taking the first set, as you just saw, 15-13. Teams will get ready, a little huddle to start things off. We got referee Brad up on the stand, AKA Swiss Cheese. I don't know. I got to work on my nicknames. And down referee Jeff. That's it. Just Jeff. I don't know. We'll figure it out. As we're ready to get underway, it's going to be Price back to serve for Q2 Volleyball. She's going to start things off. We're ready to go. Tough float up, passed up by Sartori. Outside. And that's out of bounds. So Felicia Jones, some aggressive attacks. Had that nice attack down the line in the first set. But an error towards the end of the first set, and an error there to start. Price to serve again. This one a little bit tougher. Sartori handles it. Step. Oh, and that's right in the block, but covered. Great coverage there from Wilkins. Pass up well. Here's a chance. Pipe to Price. And that is right on the line. Price flying through the back row to plant that one just on the sideline. Well done. And that serve's going to go into the net. She was maybe a bit excited about that awesome pipe she just hit. Put a bit too much heat on that serve. So we got Sam Ainsworth back to serve for Galaxy. We've had a switcheroo. Saratori's playing left side now, and we've got Alina Dorman checking in on the right side. Neville with the step, dug up by Saratori in the back. Back set to Dorman. She hits it, dug up by Veltman. Outside, dug up by Pipe to Saratori. And that one's in, so a pipe right back from Galaxy. As they make a few plays, Saratori finding the court on that one. Aggressive attack, well done. Ties things up at 2. Sam Ainsworth pops it in. Passed up by Price. Outside to Albert. The sharp angle dug up by Wilkins. Dug up. Now a C ball to Veltman. Off the block, dug up. High ball situation. Back set to Dorman. The roll shot down the line, dug up. And a down ball coming over. In the middle, off the block, covered. Albert with a one-arm dig there, volleyed over. Dorman taking the pass. Inside, and that inside set to Jones. As she comes in on the inside set, I'm not sure if that was down the seam or around the block, but either way, she puts it down. Using her physicality. Getting that hard attack. Puts it down, Ainsworth back to serve. The standing float down the line, Albert with the pass. Outside, and that's off the block. Down the line. It'll be Asli Erotsoglu back to serve. Number 1, the libero. Putting in the standing float. That's a tough one. A little bit of trouble. In the middle, carves it. One-arm dig from Albert, but that goes out of bounds. The attack from Nyhoff is good. Amaral's going to check back in for Jones. She'll go through the back row and serve. Galaxy's up 4-3. The float drops short off the tape. And a net flipper ace from Joe Amaral. She's fired up about that. Floats it in again. Lots of trouble to Albert. The step tipped over. Dug up. The back set to Dorman. She hits it off the block. Dug up in the back row though. C-ball development. That's a big block at the net. Saratori and Nyhoff shutting that down. That'll bring a timeout from Q2 Volleyball. So after a first set where teams were feeling each other out, it was a tight finish and Q2 takes it. We end up in this early in the second set. Galaxy taking a 6-3 lead in these short sets to 15. We'll see how that plays out. Thank you guys for watching this video. We appreciate it. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to One Volleyball. Follow us on all the social media platforms at One Volleyball for everything. You'll get updates about all the great stuff One Volleyball Premier League is doing here in Toronto and in Calgary. Checking out some of the top talent from around the country. I'm going to go on a limb here and say this is the only pro league for volleyball in Canada. I'm pretty confident. There may be some fringe league and where nobody's heard of, but this is the One Volleyball Premier League. Come on. Right to the timeout, we'll get a sub. Tanasievich comes in the back for Veltman. We'll get the serve from Amaral deep to Albert, who passed it up well. Outside, and that goes off the block. Covered up by Dorman, though. It'll be a free ball back over to Q2, though. Setters in the front, so only the 2 swings. They'll go outside to Albert again, who crushes at angle, dug up by Wilkins. Back set to Dorman. She just has to tip it over. It's a bit tight. Covered up. High ball to Albert. Off the block. Dug up by Wilkins. Ainsworth back set to Dorman. Hits it down the line. That's dug up easy. Into the middle. Thrown down. Dug up by Wilkins again. And the roll shot by Saratori, a bit aggressive. Step around. Looks like Jack thought it might have been a C-ball. After the long rally scramble play, some exciting play. An error ends it. That's unfortunate. Amaral back to serve again. Tough forward, passed up by Price. Outside to Albert. And that one goes off the block and lands just out of bounds. So finally a side out for Q2 as Veltman checks back into the front row once again. unlimited substitutions in the One Volleyball Premier League, letting these coaches do what they want with the teams they drafted. It'll be Davis back to serve. That one's off the tape, passed up by Saratori. Shoot in the middle to Nyhoff, and she puts it down with authority. Ainsworth running that offense. Nyhoff pounds it down. I gotta say, if you're watching this game back, I just watched the first two men's games. This women's game is way more entertaining. Higher level volleyball. Sorry guys, but next week you gotta pick it up. And that's a dig. Back set to Dorman. Deep corner, are you kidding me? Galaxy Volleyball making a ton of defensive plays, keeping the ball alive. And I stand by what I said. This women's game, high level ball. One Volleyball men's side, you got to pick it up. Tough float there, passed up well. Back set to Albert as she pounds it. An aggressive attack. I don't know if that was over the block, around the block, through the seam, whatever. Don't matter, she pounds it for the side out. Q2 not getting a ton of middle involved as Galaxy's managed to run the middle a few times and pounded it down. And that's out of bounds, that missed serve. So the missed serve's creeping back in a little bit. So we'll get a double substitution as Mallory Lamage comes in the back row to set. And Samantha Clary's going to come into the front as a right side player. I wonder if they'll leave Claire on the left side and Saratori on the right side. And then they'll call a timeout. Q2 Panthers are going to call a timeout. As Galaxy's up 10-5, a commanding lead in the second set. Keep in mind though, if Galaxy wins this second set, that third set will determine the winner of this match, as the points in each set. First set's worth 1 point, second set's worth 2 points. That third set, surprisingly, worth 3 points. These teams will talk this over, figure out what they're going to do. I'm interested to see what they're going to do. Love to see a little bit more middle action from the Q2 Panthers, as their left sides are having some success, not getting stopped, but just not putting away the points like they need. Whereas Galaxy's gone to the middle 4 or 5 times, as I didn't notice. But we don't have Sorensen playing middle anymore. We have number 11, Glancy, so she's come in. We'll see if she makes an impact. Passed up, and right on cue, some more middle. They'll get a free ball back, or actually a roll shot. Puts it tough. Veltman on the right. That goes off the block. So the Panthers run middle right off the bat off a good pass. Maybe coach was saying the same thing. Maybe not. Veltman puts it away. It's going to be Alicia Jack back to serve for the Panthers, as they're down by 4. Tough float in there. Saratori passes it up. High ball to Clary. Clary sneaks it through the seam. The double sub paying off well. So Jones going to come back in again for Amaral. Saratori back to serve. Tough float serve. Passed up. Outside to Price. That's blocked. Another high ball to Price. The roll shot deep, dug up by Saratori. High ball to Jones. She cuts it sharp. I can't believe that was dug. Outside to Jones again. Off the block this time, deeper in the corner. And that'll be good for a kill. We'll get a substitution. Looks like a setter change, as Bartman's going to come in for Davis. Look to establish the offense a little bit more. 12-6 for Galaxy. Flo comes in, and that's an ace from Saratori. Galaxy starting to run away with this second set now, up 13-6. Keep in mind, nobody's really out of it. When you get to 14 points, it locks into side-out scoring. Passed up by Albert. In the middle to Neville, dug up. Overpass the roll shot just over. Back set. Clary just tips it over, dug up. High ball to Veltman on the right, passed up. Dug up by Wilkins. Outside to Jones, and she turns on that down the line. Are you kidding me? So Galaxy up to 14 now. So Galaxy to win this set has to score on their serve. They'll have a chance to do it right away. Ooh, and that serve from Saratori is in the net. Not really what you want to see. But that's not going to be a point for the Q2 Panthers. They're going to need to earn this comeback and score their points on the serve. Veltman back to serve. Tough float. Saratori pass up. Ooh, and that's going to be a double contact. The first set that Limage had to make. So that'll be a point to the Panthers. He's going to put this serve over. Veltman, tough serve. Passed up by Saratori. To Clary on the right. They're looking for a touch. Head referee Brad. The manager Gerardo. I don't know if that fits. On the call, no touch. So another point to Q2 Volleyball. Veltman serving again. Galaxy needing a side out. That's a serve. And that's in! So an ace. The pressure all of a sudden off for the Q2 Panthers, and they run off a few points in a row. As that'll force a timeout from Chris Wilkins. We come back in after this timeout. It'll be Veltman to serve again. Q2 on a bit of a run. Still down by 5 though, 9-14. That float serve passed up by Saratori. It's a bit tight. That's going to be a back row attack. As Limage is in the back row, had to jump up to try to save it. So the Panthers with another earned point. So a big dig in the back row, but that's set a bit wild.
All right, another opportunity for your possible set points. No bueno.
So after both teams exchange side outs a few times, we'll get the double sub coming back in. Limage comes back out. Ainsworth back in. Dorman back in. It'll be Ainsworth back to serve, looking to close out the set for Galaxy. Tough serve, passed up well though. Outside to Albert. And she hits that over top of the block and out of bounds. So that'll do it for set number 2. As Galaxy comes back after losing the first, takes the second. The score of 15-10. Teams will change sides. We'll take a bit of a break and be back for the start of set number 3. All right, teams are ready to get back underway. If you're watching us on YouTube, feel free to subscribe to the One Volleyball YouTube channel. You'll find all sorts of videos just like this one of some of the top athletes, professional volleyball players from around Canada, here in the Toronto League and in the Calgary League. My name's Garrett May. I'll be your commentator for this match here, the opening night. I run my own YouTube channel called Yes Guy Gaming. Feel free to check out and subscribe to that if you're interested. All sorts of volleyball related content there. As we're having fun here all night at the One Volleyball Premier League opening night. So teams splitting the first 2 sets. Galaxy dominating the second set. Q2 Panthers having won the first set tight. It'll be the Panthers to start off serving. It'll be Brooke Davis back to the line. And we'll get a sub right away. Interesting. Amaral will come in for Clary. Interesting. The tough float to start. Amaral passed it well. Outside to Saratori. Hits it high off the block. Dug up. High ball to Albert. She'll take a swing. Dug up by Amaral. C ball to Dorman. As she finds the cross court. Alina Dorman with the cross-court attack. Got Sam Ainsworth back to serve. Passed up well there. Albert sets the high ball to Veltman. Dug up. Ooh, that might have been a questionable volley. That's okay, we'll play on. Free chance here, back to Albert. She pounds it down the line. Not hesitating about that questionable handset. Just pounds it down the line. It'll be Albert back to serve. She's got the spin serve. Rips it down the line. Amaral passes it up. Outside to Dorman. Dug up. Outside to Price. Off the block. That's Nyhoff with the hands over the net to put that one back. Galaxy is up 2-1. The scoreboard in the arena says 2-0. Referee Jeff all over that. AKA the scorekeeper, I don't know. Float serve there from Saratori. Bit of a tight pass, overpass, put down by Clary at the net. So Galaxy heating up where they missed their serves in the first set. Got the majority of them in the second, and starting off with some aggressive serving here in the third. There's a deep float, some tough passes here for Q2 to make. It'll be a roll shot situation there, dug up by Saratori. In the middle to Nyhoff, dug up. Ainsworth back set to Dorman. The one-arm digs all over the place. That one's a bit too tight though. Neville can't quite get up to that to put that over. So another point to Galaxy as their lead early in this third set increases. It's 4-1. Saratori's going to continue to serve. Aggressive deep float. All sorts of trouble. Be a down ball. Dug up by Ainsworth. Be a high ball to Saratori in the back. She takes a swing off the shoulder of Neville. Back set to Price. She hits it through the seam, it looks like. Price finds a way to get it done. Ertuğrul back to serve for Q2 Panthers. She'll put in the standing float. That's deep. Passed up well. Outside to Clary. Off the block, and Price just not quite ready enough to pop that up. Wilkins back to serve. 5-2 for Galaxy. Passed up by Albert well in the net. Dug up. Oh, and Sorensen looked to tip that one over. Went off the fingers, a bit awkward though. Ainsworth a little bit upset on that one. She made such a sweet dig. So 3 serving 5. Veltman to serve. Passed up by Wilkins. Back set to Dorman. As she pounds that down the line. Alina Dorman pounding that one. The big lefty on the right side down the line. And she's back to serve now. Tough float serve there. Passed up well by Albert. Outside to Price. Dug up by Saratori. Dorman almost brings that one back with the one arm. Not quite. As a coach, I might say, hey, go with 2 hands there. I'll try to refrain. Trying to remain an impartial commentator. Price to serve. It's 4 serving 6. Wilkins with the pass. Outside to Clary. Dug up. In the middle there. Blocked at the net. Oh, and that ricochet somehow goes over. It's legal. A dump from Ainsworth. A deep dump over the top of Ertuğrul. Ainsworth with the crafty veteran maneuver. The deep dump. Maybe she could sense that the libero was there. We'll get Amaral coming in for Clary. She'll put in the float serve. Passed up by Price. Pipe to Price after she passed it. Dug up by Amaral. It's a bit tight. It's over the net though. Passed up. Setter's out though. It'll be a free ball situation. Amaral with the pass. Step to Sorensen. Soft touch on the block. Dug up outside to Albert. And that's a big block at the net from Sorensen. Galaxy having success with the blocks. We'll get a double substitution here. It'll be Mallory Limage coming to the back for Dorman. The setter coming to the back. And Felicia Jones coming to the front for Ainsworth. That'll bring a timeout though from Q2 Panthers. It'll be Joe Amaral back to serve after the timeout. Galaxy up 8-4. Hops in the floater. Pass tight. Brooke Davis tries to joust that one over. Hands end up extending into the net. Head referee Gerardo all over that. It's 9-4 now for Galaxy. Amaral pops it in. Passed well. It's a bit tight again. This time the dump working. Goes right back to it. It's now 5 serving 9 for the Q2 Panthers. So it'll be Alicia Jack back to serve for the Panthers. Deep float, and that's just out of bounds. So the point will go to Galaxy as they're up 10-5, in control in this third and final set. The winner of this set takes the match. Most points. Sorensen back at the line. Lining up the float serve. Passed up well. Outside to Albert. Off the block. Dug up by Jones. Back set. Dug up on the tip. Outside to Albert. The tip again. Dug up. Setter's out there. Right side set to Saratori. Dug up by Veltman, who gets it back. Puts over the volley. Amaral with the low dig in the middle to Nyhoff. Dug up though. That'll bring a down ball. Dug up. High ball. It's a bit inside though. The line tip will score from Felicia Jones. The low set, she makes the most of it. Throwing that tip into deep position 1, that'll score. It'll be Sorensen back to serve. Up 11-5, a commanding lead here for this Galaxy team. Passed up by Albert. Pipe to Price. And head referee Gerardo, a.k.a. Hawkeye, all over that as he spotted the foot over the line. I don't know. We'll figure out some nicknames for these referees. Try to add some personality to one Volleyball Premier League. That'll bring a timeout from Q2 Panthers as they're down by 7. As we're getting towards the end of this third set, Galaxy looking to put it away. All right, Q2 Panthers coming out of the timeout looking to make some sort of comeback. Gonna need to get to it in a hurry. Galaxy's up 12-5. Sorensen will go back to serve again. Hopping in the deep float. Oh, the short float this time. Passed up well though. The step around to Neville, and she gets blocked at the net by Jones. All over that. As Galaxy earns another point, it's 13-5. Galaxy just in control of this third set. Sorensen, the deep float this time. Passed up well by Price. The outside to Albert. This time the attack off the block and out the side. A tool from Albert, much needed, as they're in a big hole in this third set. We only played to 15 points. As it'll be Brooke Davis back to serve. She pops in the aggressive float. Passed up well by Saratori in the middle to Nyhoff. Dug up by Price in the back. That bump set is over and out of bounds as Saratori watches that one go out. So that'll bring us up to 14. We'll get the double sub coming back in for Galaxy Volleyball. Dorman, a triple sub. Dorman, Ainsworth, and Clary all coming back in. It'll be Ainsworth with a chance to serve for the match. Deep float, and that's out of bounds. What are you doing, Ainsworth? For the win, you missed the serve. That's okay, they have a commanding lead. Maybe taking things a bit lightly. So teams' points are locked. They can only score on their serve. So Albert takes a rip. Back set to Saratori. That's off the block and just out of bounds. So a quick side out for Galaxy, and we're back. Another potential match point here for Galaxy Volleyball as they look to put away this match with a third set win. A tough float. Passed up well. Back set to Veltman. Off the top of the block. That's dug up. Is Ainsworth going to get it? No. So with a chance to put away the match, Q2 Panthers side out and stay alive for at least a few points longer. Asli Arotoglu back to serve with a standing float deep into the court. A lot of trouble, and that'll be good for an ace. I don't want to say that it can't be done, but it's as an unlikely comeback as any, but we've seen crazier things happen. As Q2 inches 1 point closer, they're looking to turn this into a battle. A deep float again. That one's out of bounds. I went ahead and jinxed them. My bad. If you're watching this back, I apologize.
Here we go, folks.
Galaxy with another potential match point. As they look to put it away, it'll be the libero, Tyler Wilkins back to serve, looking to put away the match here. The float serve's just in the court. Middle set. Oh, that sneaks through the block. Clary and Sorensen not quite getting their hands over the net. It'll be Veltman back to serve, looking an inch closer in this game somehow. Passed up by Wilkins. Just a bit inside, that tip from Clary, dug up by Veltman. Outside to Price, it's a bit tight, the tip, dug up by Clary. The pipe set to Saratori. That one looked good all the way, landing just out of bounds. But another point to the Q2 Panthers. They're crawling back in this. The bench of Galaxy trying to get hype, yelling some encouragement. Veltman to serve. Tough float. Handled well. Veltman. So Alina Dorman puts it away. And it looks like we'll get the double substitution. Another match point for Galaxy after the kill by Dorman. 14 serving 8. Substitution for Q2 Panthers. As it'll be Mallory Limich back to serve for Galaxy. Looking to put away the match. That serves in. Passed up well by Albert. Outside to Price. Oh, and that block is just out of bounds. Just out of bounds. As that'll be a tool for Price. As Price is going to pop this serve in. Overpass by Saratori. Chance here for the Panthers. Outside to Albert. That's an aggressive attack down the line as they score another point. I don't want to jinx anybody, but we saw a 14-9 down comeback in a previous set already tonight, so it's possible. We've seen it happen. Price is going to pop that serve in off the tape. Tight pass. That's going to be a net touch. A little bit too tight there for Limich to handle. The Panthers crawling back. That'll bring a timeout from Chris Wilkins and Galaxy All-Stars. And we'll see if the run continues coming out of this timeout, as Price is going to step back to serve for the Panthers. We'll see what happens. Tough serve. Tough pass there. High ball to Clary. Off the block. Dug up. In the middle. And that attack just out of bounds. Alicia Jack. Q2 looking for a touch on that. Not going to get it. We'll get a sub as Amaral comes in for Clary. For Galaxy. Amaral steps back. It's 14-10. Can this be the point that Amaral puts it away for Galaxy? Passed up well. Outside to Albert. Whoa. Whoa. An absolute feast from Albert. She unloads on that. Jack to serve. Passed up well by Wilkins. Back set to Jones. Off the block. Dug up by Jack in the back though. The roll shot dug up by Amaral. Outside to Saratori. She pounds it off the block. So a big side out for Galaxy coming right back. Nyhoff's going to come into the front row for Galaxy. She set a few blocks already. Could a block end it? We don't know. We'll see. Sorensen's back to serve. Galaxy looking to put away the match once and for all. Deep serve. Outside to Albert. The roll shot. Here's Galaxy's chance. A set to Jones. And that'll do it. Jones gets up and pounds that one down the line to end the match. Galaxy All-Stars take the third set with a score of 15-10. End the match 5 points to 1. As I think that might be the most points I've seen a team earn tonight. Galaxy takes 5 points. As that'll do it for this match. If you guys haven't already checked out some of the other matches we had play from the One Volleyball Premier League opening night here at the Humber Hawks Athletic Facility. Opening night for the One Volleyball Premier League. Thanks for watching. My name is Garrett May. I was your commentator for this evening. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to One Volleyball. Thanks for watching. Thanks to all the sponsors. Kono for the beautiful jerseys. Follow us on social media, One Volleyball, on all social media platforms. We're in McMaster next Thursday, the 6th of June. We'll see you there.